Alright, I think we got everything working. I'm sorry, everybody. I totally lost track of the time. I was in the middle of working on something, and I looked up, and all of a sudden, I'm like, holy crap, I'm late for my live stream. That's not, I don't think I've ever done that before. What's up, Tango? Nice to see ya. TRJ, what's up, buddy? Yuri, what's going on? Spirov, what's up, bud? Aston, how's it going, Kron? Awesome to see everybody. Thank you for being here today. Hope you guys are all doing amazing. All right, so how's everybody's day going today? We got Epidemic. Some of you guys, I don't know if you guys are still here or not, but yeah. Man, I messed up on this one. Eduardo, how's it going? Simroy, what's up? New to the stream? Well, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. So if you guys got some game questions, you know what? Feel free to ask. That's what we're here for. You got game questions, and maybe we got some answers, right? All right. So what do you guys want to know about? So there's a little bit of good news going on, right? Some of the older robots and weapons are about to be buffed a little bit. Heimdall or Sirius? Well, I would hold off on that because we don't know what either one's going to be like after the changes are made, right? I think they're both getting a buff. We need to really wait till the buff goes live and play them both before we figure out which one's actually better, but I have a feeling the Heimdall is going to be really good after that. I could be wrong, but I've just got this feeling that Heimdall is going to be really awesome. Hey, Kron, how you doing, buddy? But I think the Heimdall is going to just become a beast. Now, it's not really, I still don't think it's going to be like an up-in-your-face close-range fighter, but I think it's just going to be a really good robot. Let me try and pull up the list of nerfs and buffs, because you guys might want to talk about some of those a little bit here. Where did it go? Where did it go? I have lost it. Holy crap, holy. Game news. There we go. So yeah, Heimdall is getting a damage bonus in attack mode. It's also getting a durability increase and a physical shield increase. So that's going to be pretty good. 10% durability, 15% more shield. And I guess it's, I don't understand this. It says the attack mode currently has 10%. Now it's going up to 15%. I don't know what that means. Does that mean it's getting a 5% bonus? I guess. That's a weird way to word that, so I don't know what they mean by that, honestly. Now, Sirius is going to get bonus movement speed for deploying a turret, okay, and a durability increase by 20%. I think they're both going to be pretty cool, honestly. I think they're both going to be really good. Well, the weird thing is it says it's going from 10% to 15%. So I don't think that's a 15% increase, is it? That's just a really strange way that they've worded that. I don't know. Yuri says that durability is still useless. What's going to be useless, my friend? What do I think of the force field nerf on what? Mars? I'm guessing who's getting the force field nerf? The Mars, right? Hold on, let me see. Bonus movement speed from remote assault reduced. Oh yeah, Aegis shield decreased by 20%. I think Mars is still going to be pretty darn good, but You're going to have to play him a lot more carefully. He's going to be more of a throw the turret off and attack that way, like a sneak attack type of robot. It's not going to be get up in your face and brawl anymore. It's more of a support robot, so I think Mars will still be good, but we won't know for sure until we get to play it. I can only kind of take my guess on what it might be like. What's up, Suresh? Simroy says, what weapon should I use for the Mender? You know, I like lockdown weapons like Pulsar and Magnetar because Mender is a support robot. He's designed to be a healer. So if you can help your team by locking people down and healing them, that would be an awesome thing to do. Ashton says best weapons for Ravena. Pretty much any weapon that does really good damage up close. Like the blast effect shotguns are great. The sonics are great. I mean, if you want to play him from a distance, any weapon that does good weapon damage from a distance. That didn't come out right. You guys know what I mean, though. My opinion on the Lynx nerf, I don't really know for sure, but I think the Lynx is probably going to suck afterwards. Kron, you have to get that that pilot. That's what the task is. You have to go to the leaderboard and get that pilot to complete the task. So you got to earn enough leaderboard points is what that is. Is Leo getting buffed? No, I don't think so. So the rebalances for robots are Crisis, Lynx, Nether, Angler, Mars, Seraph, Leech, Demeter, Revenant, Aljun, and Phantom. So yeah, no buff for Leo. Leo is designed to be a starter robot, so I don't think they're going to buff him anytime soon, but I really wish they would because I like Leo a lot. Ashton, the Scotty's kind of a weak weapon, honestly. The Scotty runs out of ammo kind of fast, and then it reloads really long, so I don't particularly like them. I mean, they're a cool weapon, and you might like them, I'm not sure. I think in the lower leagues they'd be okay, but I think you're going to try and want to replace those eventually when you get up into the higher leagues. Morgan says, I still have to level up a bunch of robots so I can still get a Titan bot. Yeah, you know, I think the Titans unlock at a certain time, a certain rank. Hey, Riddick, what's up, buddy? Riddick wants to know, is the shell still good? Well, I don't personally like it, but there's a lot of people who seem to do really good with it. So I think for some people it's doing really good. I don't understand how some people are making shells very durable because mine dies very easily no matter what I do to it. I mean, I've actually used some people's builds. Like, I've copied the builds certain people have, and mine's just not durable. So I've tried the scavenger shell, I've tried the dread shell, I've tried the regular shell, and it's not working well for me particularly. How is the Leo build going? I don't know. I haven't messed with it yet. If I were going to build a Leo, I'm not even really sure what weapons I would put on it right now, but probably the probably the grenade launchers, I bet. Siri123, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the Samurai, the Mars minigun, I can't talk today. The Mars minigun is crazy insane. It really is. It packs a punch. When that thing shoots at you, you got to run kind of left and right to try and avoid being shot by it. But if you keep moving, sometimes you can avoid a lot of the damage. Damage, not damage. Andy, how's it going? You know, I don't really like Call of Duty Mobile, and it doesn't work on the emulator. I got really messed up tendons and stuff in my hands, so I can't really play games on a phone. Not like games like Call of Duty where you got to move your thumbs all over the place, or my thumbs actually lock up and I can't unbend them. I get really bad trigger finger in my thumb, so I actually used to play Call of Duty Mobile a little bit, but I didn't really care for it. I got really bored of it after a short period of time. Can I do a Fujin build? Unfortunately, Fujin's kind of a worthless robot in my opinion. There's nothing you can really do to make that robot good. I mean, maybe if you're down there in like a Bronze League or something, you can make Fujin okay, but Fujin's a pretty terrible robot overall. In Champion League, there's certain robots that are never going to do good no matter what you do to them. But yeah, I don't think they'll ever give Leo a special ability. I do wish they would buff him a little bit. Yuri says, Shell is still good if you have the correct setup. Siri123, yes, Indra is very good. I like the Indra a lot. Hey, Quan, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see ya. No matter what Titan I'm playing, the Indra is still the one that gives me a hard time if the player knows how to time the abilities correctly. If you don't time the abilities correctly on the Indra, you're going to get your butt kicked. But if you time the abilities correctly, it's very good. Oh, Mech, he says the force fields he was talking about was the Nether Lynx and Seraph. Yeah, I think they're going to become squishy, honestly. He says the chat. Yeah, I don't see the chat either. Hold on. You're right. Let me see if I can fix that somehow. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. There's the chat. Is Newton better than the Rook? Not exactly. I think the Rook is still better, but after the Rook gets nerfed, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to feel about it. So the Rook is getting a... It's going to take 2 seconds longer to replace your shields. Time to teleport in new shields. Wait a second. Okay, so it's basically going to be... You're going to lose 15% durability on your shields, and you're basically going to have about what? 4 seconds. It's going to take you 4 seconds longer from the time your ability recharges and you hit the button to get new shields. So I think Rook is still going to be pretty good. It's not going to be as good. It's going to be a lot easier to kill. The thing with the new Titan, the Newton, it's very squishy. It's really, really squishy and it dies very easily. So with the new Titan, you got to stay in the back somewhere and make sure nobody touches you, because the second somebody touches you, you're dead. To where the Rook's a little bit more durable. A little more durable. My God, it's a bad day for speaking. But they're both used for different things. I feel like the Rook is a brawler and the Newton's more of a support. So it's kind of hard to compare which one's better. I think that one's going to come down to your playing style, actually. Mech, I really don't know when the extermination's going to be back up. I haven't heard any news as to exactly what's wrong with it or how long they think it's going to take to be fixed. Yuri says, no, Newton is actually a sniper. I consider snipers to be support. Now, I guess if you're playing team deathmatch, the sniper is not a support. But if you're playing beacon games, then the sniper is a support. Aston, no, I can't play the game and talk to you guys and read all the comments very well. So that's just pre-recorded gameplay on the question and answer streams. What's up, MM? Hey, Sonny, how you doing? The best platinum that you can buy with the Titan. Okay. The best Titan that you can buy with platinum. I would guess to say I don't really know what your playing style is, but I think everybody should have one of those healing titans, guys. The healing titans are awesome, the Nodens. If you want to go in and fight, no, it's not a good titan for you. But if you're willing to stay in the back, just focus on healing your team, yeah, Nodens is great. Now, if you want to be a fighter, I guess you would probably go with a Luchador or a Minos. Luchador is more of a in-your-face brawler, I guess. And Minos is kind of the same, but you got to play the Minos very carefully. You also got to learn better ability timing with the Minos because it dies very easy when it doesn't have the shield ready. So Minos is actually a very hard Titan to play, but if you know how to play it, it does pretty well. Rockzilla says, hey Danny, how long do you think Pix is going to last if they keep doing what they're doing? I guess it depends on how many people are willing to keep paying money to play the game. I don't really have an answer for that. I don't know. I worry if they keep going in this direction, we might not have the game around for too terribly much longer. I don't know. I have no idea. Quan says one of our top clan members rocks the Ox Minos around pretty well. Yeah, they're actually really good if you know what you're doing. Ujwal, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Awesome to see you. How you doing, bud? Everything been going good? Yeah, I don't really think the Ox Minos is bad, but it's hard to play. What's up, SWI? How you doing today? But one thing I did notice, like if you watch the daily deals, like a lot of the prices are cheap. Some of the prices on things are dirt cheap. We even saw a bunch of the new Memoriam currency for, there was a lot of it in there for like $5 yesterday, like a big chunk for like $5. So if you buy it on the right days, it's not going to be that expensive to level up your pilots, but you just got to be really picky and choosy as to when you buy it. Do I think Pixo is going to die, Eduardo? I have no idea, man. I kind of hope not, but everybody's a little bit concerned about that. I don't know. I hope not. That's all I can say. Mitos, what's going on, buddy? Okay, so 4 Prismas is very strong. The only thing I don't like about the Prismas is they seem to run out of ammo a little bit too fast for my taste, but they're very strong weapons. I mean, if you're playing from a distance, they're actually really good, especially if we're taking out robots that go up in the air. A lot of people still really like them. There's some guys in my clan that play them, and they do pretty good. Rockzilla says, I like the game, but it's getting crazy. Yeah, it's a little on the crazy side. I ain't gonna lie. What's my opinion on War Robots Frontiers? Well, I think it's a really fun game. I really like it. But there's not a lot of people playing it. So every time I go play Frontiers, I don't see a whole lot of real players. Now, the game's not actually released. Maybe it'll change once it's actually released. I don't know, but the only thing I don't like is I go to play it and I get nothing but bots to play against, and that's not exactly fun. So Tango, my opinion on Behemoth is it's a very nice robot. I mean, it's never going to be as good as like the new meta stuff that comes out, but it's kind of like one step down. If you play the Behemoth right, you got a lot of firepower, so it's actually a great robot. Yuri, I agree. They should definitely increase the amount of resources and stuff we can get out of the daily tasks. But yeah, I've never been a very good Minos player, but I know some people who are good at it. And the guys who are good at it, man, they are good at it. But yeah, I kind of suck with the Minos. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have the type of patience to play the Minos. I like to get in there and fight. Minos isn't my playing style. Ashton, yes, the new Ophion bot is actually a lot of fun. It's a really nice robot. I don't feel like it's totally overpowered or anything too crazy, but it's fun. It's got nice firepower. It's really good. I think it's a really good robot overall. So Siri, I think the Nether is still really good right now, but they are going to downgrade the Nether, and I'm not so sure that it's going to be good. We won't know for sure until after they change it, but it sounds like it's not going to be very good on the next update. Enough, what's up, buddy? He says, will the 200% super chest return this month? I actually don't know what their schedule is for that kind of thing. I mean, I know we're gonna get some sort of some sort of super chest overdrive deal, but I don't know when or how much. Quan says, I haven't touched Frontiers in a while. You haven't played it in a while either. If there were more people playing it, I would probably still go over there and play, you know, maybe 1 or 2 days a week I'd go over there and play it, but it gets boring playing those bots. Should you build a behemoth? Kind of. I mean, there's some other stuff in there that might be a little bit better to build, but if you don't want any of that stuff, or you've already got it, you know, if you've already got a Fenrir and an Invader, maybe a Kefri. I mean, Kefri is really good. Harpy's really good. I mean, there's several really good robots in there right now, and Behemoth is one of them. Hey, Grady White. How's it going? Where'd your comment go? Oh, man. Your guys' comments are going fast. Where the heck's Grady White's comment? I've lost it. Crab sandwich. Oh, there it is. Oh, I kicked AD Gaming's butt? Uh-oh. I didn't know, I didn't even notice I went against him. That's kind of funny. Poor AD. I like AD. AD's a cool dude, though. Just for fun. What's up, man? So the comments are going a little bit fast because I have to read them and answer, then read some more and answer. So if I happen to miss your comment, don't spam it over and over, guys. But if I don't answer your comment in 2 or 3 minutes, feel free to ask it again. Yeah, Quan, I'm sure the Ophium will get nerfed in some way or the other. We don't really know what they're going to do to it, but more than likely it will get a nerf in a few months. It's probably a little bit too new to be nerfed at the moment, but eventually, yes, it is going to get nerfed. I mean, pretty much everything gets nerfed, right? Every new item gets nerfed once or 2 or 20 times. All right, Siri says, what bots to get for Expert League? So, you don't want to look at Expert League bots, Siri. SRI, I'm probably saying your name wrong. I'm sorry. SRIs. I'll just call you 123 because I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. What you want to find out is which bots are currently good in Champion League, because you don't want to get bots that are good in your league, but they're not good once you get up into the higher leagues. What you want to do is find robots that are worth building that you can continue to play once you get up into the higher leagues. So that's how you kind of want to look at it. So right now I would say Fenrir, Invader, Kefri, Behemoth, Harpy. Those are probably the best ones in there, I think. I can't remember offhand which all robots are in there, but I know those ones are, and those ones are really good. I actually made a YouTube short not too long ago where I went through all the robots in there and named off all the good ones, but the cool thing about the Invader is it's got a lot of hit points. It doesn't have as much firepower, but it's very hard to kill, and you don't need a special pilot to make him good. Like Fenrir, you almost have to have the Bernadette Wolf to get the extra 60% health. If you don't have the Bernadette Wolf on the Fenrir, it just dies so easy. Hey, Ned, what's up, buddy? Oh, yeah, Revenant's in the workshop too, isn't it? Revenant's a really good robot. Revenant's a little harder to play these days, but they are they are buffing the shield on the Revenant, so the Revenant's pretty soon going to have a much stronger shield, so he's going to go a little bit better. What else are they doing to him? Is it just the shield, or is it more than that? Okay, just a 10% increase on the shields. So that's not going to be a huge help, but it's something. Ah, Skyros. That's another thing in the workshop that you can build that's really good for getting beacons. Skyros or Fafnir, definitely the Skyros. Simroy, the Fafnir is not a great robot these days. It's very hard to play and it dies really easily. When the Fafnir is up in the air, as soon as your shield goes down, people will pretty much wreck you instantly because it's so squishy in the air. Or if somebody has shield breaker and they hit you, man, you get beat up. All right, Tango must ask something that I missed. I see somebody else replying to him. Hey, Rascal, how you doing today? Nice to see ya. Sorry, I do miss some comments, guys. They scroll off the screen sometimes before I get to read them. Yeah, Revenant does take a little bit of skill to play. It's not a very easy robot to play. Like, it's really good, but it's another one that you kind of got to learn when to time the ability and when to time the healing module and all that stuff. I do think that the Revenant needs to be almost maxed out with a maxed out pilot. It kind of needs all the bells and whistles before it does well. Yuri, I see invaders all the time in Champion League. I play one, a lot of people play them, and they're very good. Do I have a clan? Like, if you're asking if I have my own, no, I don't have my own, but I'm in a clan. But I don't know. I see the invaders somewhat often. It's actually probably one of the bots that I play the most. It's one of the most fun, and it's just a really good tank. So, Kyle, you're asking about Devastators or Vipers. Now, if you're trying to play the Lynx from a distance, the Vipers would be really cool, except for they do have a 10-second reload time. So, I wouldn't try to get up close and brawl with a weapon that has a 10-second reload because you're going to be at a big disadvantage there. Now, if you're playing the Sonic weapons, they've got a little bit of a reload now as well, but I don't remember how long it is. But they do huge amounts of damage very quickly. So if I were going to play the Sonics, I would try to find one person off by himself, run in there, hit him with the Sonics, blow him up as fast as possible, and then get out of there. But I wouldn't go into a team fight with Sonic weapons right now, I don't think. Unless I had other teammates with me. Tango wants to know, how do you join a clan? I actually don't know. There should be a little thing in your hangar that's for the clan. Like, if you've never joined a clan before, I'm not really sure how you do it. If there's like a certain level you have to be first. But when you're in the hangar, there's a little thing on the right side that's a clan menu. And you can go through there and you can find open clans, or if you have a clan ID, you can search for them. It's been so long since I've done that, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart on exactly how it works, but that's kind of like the basics. But yeah, I don't know if you have to be at a certain rank before you can join a clan or not. So Nad, I don't know, for the regular invader, I think that pilot's still going to be pretty worthless, because the thing with the regular invader is the damage it does when it lands is worthless. When the invader lands, it takes away, of course I'm over exaggerating this, but it takes away like 1 hit point from the enemy when it lands. So now it'll take away 5 hit points. But maybe the special edition, the new limited edition invader, will be doing big amounts of damage. The ultimate version, I don't know. But once I get the ultimate invader on my Battlerock account, I'm gonna test that pilot out on the ultimate and the regular invader and find out if it's actually any good. But I don't think it's gonna be really all that unless the ultimate invader does a lot of damage with its ability, because the regular one doesn't. I could be wrong though. It's one of those things that I'm gonna need to try first. I don't think the ultimate invader is actually in the game yet, because you gotta do all these tasks and stuff to get one. So I don't think anybody's been able to get one yet. I think they actually sent those to the Battlerock account. Like I do have one account that the game owns, and I think they sent them to us, but they said we can't play them yet because they haven't been released. They said, wait till it's been released. So I'm like, okay. I guess I could level up the pilot and try it on the regular invader and find out if it's any good. I would assume they probably sent those pilots over to the Battlerock account. I don't know, maybe on the next, if I can remember, maybe on the next live stream I'll try out that pilot. If they send it to me. Aston, hazard weapons are very good at the moment. Those little radiation weapons, the hazards, the blights, and the whatever the other one's called, all very good, yes. I like them a lot. Ah, Morgan just got Counter-Strike Go. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I like it. It's free, it's fun. It's a good deal. I'm not the world's best at FPS games, but I really enjoy that one. Yuri says ice rockets will get a buff. So Tango's looking for an Android clan. What league are you in, Tango? A lot of clans have a league requirement, so you might want to mention that. And also, yeah, never mind. I was going to ask if you're on Android or iOS, but you just said that. Ah, Potato, Hazard, Blight, and Decay. Yes, thank you, buddy. Mech has 3,579 trophies. You're getting up there. Nether with Argument Scalds. I don't like the Scald weapons. I never do well with them for some reason. I've actually tried Nether with Scalds and it was awful. I did not like it one bit. I can't think of one robot that I played Scalds on and I actually liked them. For some reason I hate those weapons and they don't work for me. So the bomb effect rockets, the only robot I've actually played those on that I liked was the Hawk. Ah, that's an interesting. 2 of the flamethrowers and 2 of the... two of the grenade launchers and 2 of the flaming rockets. That's, I'm going to have to try to remember to try that out because that actually sounds interesting. That might be kind of cool. Ah, Potato had a birthday party. Hopefully it was fun, buddy. Happy late birthday. Oh yeah, Oxys are very hard hitting for the Rook. Those things will mess it up quick. I don't like the long reload time on those Titan rockets, but they do a lot of damage. Kyle, I would say most people would probably have better luck with the Skyros than the Shell. Shell's an interesting robot, but Skyros only really has one weakness, and that's Crisis Reaper. A Crisis Reaper will take out your Skyros instantly, but nothing else can. Everything else struggles to get rid of a Skyros, so... if you can sit on a beacon and you don't get shot by Crisis Reaper, you'll sit on there for like 3-4 minutes before the enemies can take you out sometimes. Now the Shell, I'm not having any luck playing it, so I don't necessarily recommend the Shell. Now last time I played it, it was doing pretty good, but I put one back in my hangar. And I played it for about 3 or 4 days straight, and it's just not working well for me. I've tried people's builds. I've tried a bunch of different builds. I've tried the builds like some of the top players in the game recommended and stuff like that, and it's not working for me, so... Aston, I don't really like Scorcher on Ravana. Now, you might, but I don't. I just don't like those weapons. Hey, Red October, how's it going, buddy? Everything going good? Nice to see ya. Don Gamber, what's going on? Oh, you stopped playing? Sucks seeing people leave the game. It really does. It's such a fun game, but I can understand why some people don't like some of the current things going on. Such an awesome game. Oh, your birthday's tomorrow. All right, well, happy birthday tomorrow. Quan says if you're going to use a Skyros, I'd equip a phase shift. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. If that stupid Croesus Riper, if the Croesus Riper shoots you, you can just go in the phase shift and you might survive if you get it fast enough. How did I deal with pay-to-win players when I first started out? I don't know. I just played the game and enjoyed it. I never really had a big problem with pay to win. Now, back in the day, I guess robots and weapons weren't as crazy as they are now. I mean, when I first started playing, power cells didn't exist. Modules, I don't think modules existed. Maybe they did, but drones didn't exist. Pilots didn't exist. No, I think you had robots, weapons, and modules, and that was it. So things were a little bit different back then. I remember when power cells were introduced into the game, like, those of us who were playing at the time, they gave us a load of free power cells. All right, so Yeah, IHMS. Level 9 is a little bit low for Expert League, but the only thing you can really do is just keep playing, collect whatever resources you have, and keep leveling up until your bots start to perform okay. I mean, that's what I did. I got into champion with level 9 and level 10 robots and weapons. And I struggled very, very bad. And eventually, I just kept playing. I lost a lot of games. I won a lot of games. I just kept playing and playing and playing and playing. And eventually, I got enough silver to get my robots and weapons up into Mark II. And it worked out pretty good. Morgan, have a great day. Catch you later. You're trying to find a clan in Bronze League. I'm not really sure how many clans are in Bronze League. But yeah, I mean, pay to win players are much harder to deal with now than they were back then, I would say. So you just kind of have to say, okay, it is what it is. If I'm enjoying the game, I'm just going to keep playing and leveling my stuff up slowly till I get up there, you know? The Gamer Boy says, can you rate my hanger? Orochi Steaks. Not bad. Orochi's a little bit squishy, so you're going to have a hard time playing him in Champion League. So Typhon with Scorcher and Peregrine, I have no problem with that. I mean, I don't like those weapons, but if that works for you, yeah, that'll work. Skyros with Freeze Rockets is okay. I mean, Skyros, you're mainly supposed to stay in the ball most of the time anyways. So I think that would be an okay build for sure. You got a Seraph with Vipers. That's kind of cool. As long as you're trying to play that from a distance, I think that'll work just fine. Now, I don't know what the Seraph is going to be like because they're nerfing him in a couple of days, or next update, I should say. So I wouldn't say any of these things are really the best, but that's a decent setup. Now, Calamity and Sparks, unfortunately, I have one major complaint about those. Right now, everything is going into stealth and everything is going into phase shift constantly. So you're going to be losing your lock on all the time with those weapons. So I think those weapons are very hard to use at the moment. Now, they do a lot of really good damage if you're not losing your lock on, but I think those are going to be a little bit of a problem. Now, I don't know which league you're in, but in Champion League, everything is freaking invisible all the time. So it's hard to be able to lock on and shoot anybody with all the stealth and all the phase shift going on. So but overall, that's a decent mid-level hanger. Like, if you're still in like the mid leagues, I think that would do pretty well. Some of that stuff you might struggle with a little bit in Champion. But Seraph, like I said, they're about to nerf the Seraph, so I don't really know if he's still going to be worth playing or not on the next update. But Tango says, how do you go up in leagues? Bottom line is, if you play games, you get, what are they called? Cups. Not crew cups. You get cups. You earn little trophies. Oh God, I forget the name of them. But basically, every time you win a game, you earn points, right? Every time you lose a game, you lose points. So winning games and doing well will allow you to climb up in the leagues. That's the simple, easy answer, since I can't remember what the... Oh, clan... No! Never mind. Some kind of cups, okay? League cups. That's what we call them. I'm having one of those weird days where I can't talk or think of things. What are they nerfing in the Seraph? Alright, so bonus to movement speed from the Skyward ability is going to be reduced. So it's going to be slower in the air, I believe. Its force field is going to lose 25% durability. And the robot itself is going to lose 15% durability. So it's going to lose force field, it's going to lose health, and it's going to lose speed in the air. So that's going to be a little bit rough to play, I think. But yeah, you do tend to, when you lose, I think you lose more trophies than when you win. Like, they give you less trophies when you win. It's kind of crazy how that works. Ned says, I prefer the River Chase pilot to the Typhon. Yeah, I mean, the Paragon's good if you're using weapons that it works with. I will say this, guys. This is one piece of advice you all might want to think about. But before you level up a pilot that has something to do with a specific weapon, are you sure you're always going to be playing that specific weapon on the robot, right? If not, is it really worth leveling that pilot up? I personally do not like weapon-specific pilots. All right, so TRJL says, Danny, do I want the Fenrir or the Invader? So, bottom line is, if you can get the Fenrir pilot called Bernadette Wolf, that will give the Fenrir 60% more durability. And at that point, Fenrir becomes awesome. If you can't get that pilot, you're better off with the Invader. But if you do get the pilot, I would say the Fenrir is the better robot. What are so special about the ultimate weapons? They do more damage, and they may or may not have a better reload time and stuff like that. I think also when you go into that little extermination mode, some of those weapons give you a damage bonus for fighting those little spiders in the extermination as well. Yeah, it is kind of messed up how you get like 10 trophies when you win a game and you lose like 30 or 40 or 12,000 when you lose a game. I don't understand why they do that. I guess they're trying to make so it's harder for people to level up now. There was a while there where they made it really easy to get up into Champion League, and a lot of people went from lower leagues to Champion really fast, and then they realized, hey, I can't even compete in this league, so I think it has something to do with that. I think they don't want you to level up and get into a league you're not ready for quickly, maybe. I'm not sure why else they would have that set up like that. Is Aether still good? I like it. I like the Aether. I mean, not everybody likes it, but in my opinion, yes. Every time I play it, I put the Lance and Glaive weapons on it. And I do very good with it. I got a lot of kills from a distance with him. But again, it does go up in the air, and you have a problem with the new Titan weapons, like the Fulgur and the Tonus beating you up, and you have a problem with the Crisis Reaper beating you up. So that's really its only weakness is those two things right now. And when it's on the ground, it does die kind of easily. But I think it's still a very good Titan. I don't think it's going to be a Titan that everybody's going to want to play, but I like it myself. Have I been in a clan war? Like, what do you mean by a clan war exactly? I mean, my clan fights other clans all the time. But I've never been in like a tournament type of thing or anything. I don't like tournaments. I really have no interest in joining like a tournament for some reason. So I'm not 100% sure what you mean by a clan war exactly. Alright, so Dr. Singh, hello. He says, to change skill, they must make it free. Once upgrading using the tokens again, we need to spend to change. Yeah, I really wish they would do that. There's quite a few things about that I don't like. I also feel like once you level up a pilot, you should be able to move it from one robot to the next and the skills would still work. But unfortunately, this company is a business and they're off to try and sell you stuff. So, have I ever watched Pacific Rim? Yes. I don't know if I've seen all of them, but I know I've seen several of them. They're pretty cool movies. IHMS, what are you asking about a clan rating? I'm not really sure what you're asking there, bud. Jamil! He says the laser damage nerf seems much. Even with the range buff, should have left them as they... Yeah. I don't know why they're nerfing those, because they overheat so fast now. In my opinion, they're barely worth using, and now they're taking away the damage, so I think those weapons are going to be worthless. Noel, what's up? He said, I run my Fenrir with Bernadette Wolf Pilot, Blast Shotguns, Nuke Amp, Repair Amp, Immune Amps. The thing is so hard to take down. Oh yeah, that's a very good setup. Wait a second. Just for fun, you're lucky if you can cast 2 to 3 orbital strikes in one flight? I don't think I've ever been able to... I don't think I have any flying robots that can normally do more than 1 per flight. I've never seen that before. Hey, Jonathan, what's up, buddy? Yuri, yeah, people don't seem to like the Hurricanes very much. You might see them sometimes in Team Deathmatch, but I don't really see them in beacon modes, but they don't seem to be very good. Tango, no, Doc. Those quick change robots like Doc, I do not recommend them at all. I think they kind of suck. Cool idea, but you will never see anybody playing one of those in Champion League, and if you do, it's not going to last more than like 5 seconds before somebody kills it. Yuri, what's the point of the lucky title, buddy? Does it do something for you? Because I don't see why anybody would want that. I never really heard anything about it, but does it give you like a resource boost or something? I'd rather not win that because unless it did something for you. Nad says Pixonic gives weapons and robots away when they're basically useless or even maxed. Alright, Jamil says, how is the Angler and its ability still be timed up by a Sharinga? I don't know. Sharinga might actually ignore phase shift. I'd have to actually look at it and read the description, but I do kind of think Sharinga ignores phase shift for that ability. I could be wrong though. Or the other option is it could have been some sort of weird lag thing going on. Alright, so Aston says, should I try to build weapons on the workshops or get them out of the crates? Well, honestly, I would just, if there's something in the workshop you want, I would start building it in the workshop. Now, if you can afford to buy keys, sometimes you can get some crazy cheap deals on keys, but you can get some nice stuff out of both. So I look at it this way. Start building in the workshop because you can only really build one weapon at a time in the workshop. You know what I mean? So if you're getting stuff from the workshop and out of crates, that's even better. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I forgot to go look. I think last night you were supposed to see some planets out in the sky at nighttime. I forgot to go outside and look. Shane Huff, I don't know what all you got in your hangar exactly, but not everything being nerfed is going to be bad after the nerf, but some things will. There's a lot of things that get nerfed several times. Like Kefri's been nerfed what 5 or 6 times now, and it's actually still a good robot. It's not a crazy super tank like it used to be, but it's still a good robot. It's still a very balanced robot. MB, no, I never got to play the test server. Like I had a big power outage for several days, so I didn't get on the test server last weekend. Hey, Cindy, how are you doing? All right, so the Scorpion is still a really good little robot. If you learn to play that little dude correctly, it's a very deadly little assassin. So I do recommend building a Scorpion and upgrading it because that's one of those robots that's still really good. You can play that thing in Champion League and have a lot of fun with it. MB says, I don't even know what to level anymore. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit hard to figure out, but what a lot of people do is they wait for things to get nerfed, or they just build the older stuff that's still good and play that. A lot of people don't want to play the new stuff or get the new stuff or level the new stuff up because they don't know how long it's going to be good for until it gets hit. So IHMS, no, I don't think thermites are worth a darn. I would say no, those probably aren't worth your time. Oh yeah, that's true. You can, if a robot's landing, you can teleport to them with a Scorpion and just beat them up. Or if you see something low on health, you can just teleport in and beat it up. Now, Scorpion does work best with weapons that do really big damage at a close distance. Ned says ice rockets or sonics best for assassin robots. I would say the sonics because the sonics unload the damage way faster than the ice rockets. Ice rockets take a little bit of time to unload. So if I were playing something like a Scorpion where I just wanted to get in and get out, I would go in there, beat them up for 2 or 3 seconds with the sonics and leave. So you want to do a lot of damage really fast if you're playing like an assassin type of robot. Because you just want to get in there, kill, and be done with it. Noel says something about rockets getting a buff. I'm not sure which rockets you're talking about. The Rhymes and Cryos are getting a 5% damage increase, which isn't very much. I'm not really sure that's going to make them good. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. Now the snare, the snare, Scotty and Hell are getting an ammo increase, so they might become a little bit better. So Fainters are ready. I don't know. The Fainters are getting a nerf, I think. Fainters are not going to be very good. Now, the interesting thing about the needle spike and stakes is they're getting a 20% increase in the shield that they give you. But they're having a slightly longer reload time, so that's kind of cool in a way. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing right there. Maybe a little bit of both, but shortly longer in between shots, but another 20% shield. I mean, if you have that and then throw maybe a fortifier on with it, that's pretty good. Maybe. So they're going to buff the Sting. Nobody plays the Sting. They're going to buff the Volt. Yeah, okay, well. So they are buffing the Scourge, which is kind of cool, but if they could get rid of the lock-on time on the Scourge, those things would be sweet. Shane says the Angler is my main guy right now. So he's getting nerfed, isn't he? What are they doing to the Angler? So he's going to be slower in the ability. So the Angler is going to get a durability increase, and he's going to become slower. So he's getting buffs and nerfs. He's going to get 15% more durability, but less movement speed. It's going to be really slow. The Angler is going to be very, very slow after this nerf. MB, I don't think the Angler is terrible. I think it's still too strong. Anglers are still a nightmare to deal with. MB says it can't even blind. I get blinded by them constantly. I wonder if you're having a glitch or something, because they blind me all the time. Quan said the speed's what made the Angler good. Yeah, I mean, it was too good. It was the biggest piece of junk to fight against ever. It was basically a robot that required 0 skill to play. That's my opinion. Now you got to have a little more skill to play it. Now that's going to be slow. Personally, I don't think they should have been messing with the speed. I think they should have changed the ability cooldown. I think it's way too short. Yeah, TR Fafnir used to be a beast when it first came out. Now it pretty much sucks. Red October says the nerf for Needle, etc. and Angler aren't enough. You don't think the Angler nerf is enough? If it becomes super slow and it can't blind you, then it might not be so bad to deal with, I guess. So Nad, your invader's going to get a better shield, but a slightly less damage per second. So I don't know, man. That might be okay. That might be okay. Ah, Noel is going to run the Behemoth again, but with Hells. Yeah, give it a go. You might like it. I don't know. MB thinks Pixonic is smoking tea bags. I've never heard of anybody smoking tea bags. Oh yeah, I agree. There should be a cooldown on the blinding effect. I actually hate the blinding effect. Most players hate the blinding effect. That's one thing I would love to see removed from the game. Noel says, hee, the tea bags. So MB, you think the angler is going to be unusable? Has anybody been on the test server to play the angler to see what it's like on the test server? I'm actually kind of excited though. They're going to buff the leech. They are going to buff the leech, guys. And they're going to buff the Heimdall. They're going to buff the Demeter. Revenant gets a buff. Ao June gets a buff. So, I mean, those are kind of cool, right? Sirius gets a buff. So, Rhyme Cryo, Glacier buff. Exodus, I think that's a buff. Shock Train, I don't want to see that get a buff. I hate that thing. Scourge gets a buff. Volt a buff. Sting a buff. Snare Scotty Hell buff. So at least some things are becoming better, right? Try to look at the bright side sometimes. Since they're buffing the Ao June's built-in weapon, I wonder if it's going to work properly. MB, what do you think the cover-up is, man? What are they covering up? We got conspiracy theories. They've actually buffed the Heimdall a couple of times, but it was never much of a buff, but this one might be kind of cool. Oh yeah, Ao Ming's very squishy. What are K lasers? K lasers. I'm not sure what K lasers are. I think you're talking about the 800 meter range lasers, maybe? I'm not sure. Red October says Heimdall is still too squishy. I actually play the Heimdall sometimes, and I really enjoy it. You gotta play it from a distance. It's not an up-in-your-face fighter. I think it's a fun robot. But if played correctly, oh my goodness, hold on a second. But if played correctly, it's really good. You know what? Didn't they buff the Nightingale recently? I don't think I've ever played that since they buffed it. Pretty sure they did. Oh yeah, Phantom's also getting a damage increase, which I hope... No, ability increase. I don't know what it is. More... Hold on a second. Hold on a second. He's getting something. He's getting something. When he goes into his ability, he's going to get more defense points. There we go. Yeah, Jonathan, a couple guys in my clan have quit. Several of them are looking for other games. Some of them are trying to move to Armor Core 6, but there's a lot of them are still playing, but they're like, I'm not really sure how much longer I'm going to be playing. It sucks. What's up, Smileys? He says, the buffs won't do anything for those robots. They'll still get deleted. Special Edition Ember. That's the heavy version, right? I think the Ember is the heavy one. Yeah, there's no Special Edition heavy flamethrower. No, the light and the medium flamethrowers have special editions, but they never made a heavy version with a special edition. I don't know why. Mailman, what's up? How you doing? We got Uncle Broken Down. What's up? Nice to see ya. Noel says, I'm not going to quit because I paid too much money. That's what a lot of people say. There are some people still hanging on because they're like, I've got so much money into this game. I'm not going to quit now. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It would suck to put money into something and then just walk away from it. If, you know, unless you were ready to walk away from it. MB would like to see the nighttime maps come back. Yeah, you know, some of those maps with the nighttime things is just like special edition, and they bring them in for a while, then they disappear. Then like a year later, they come back. I really like the nighttime Shenzhen. That was awesome. Yeah, my power finally came back on a little sooner than they had expected, which was good. I think it came back on Sunday night. Was it Sunday night? But they weren't expecting it to come back on until Tuesday. I'm not good with remembering things, but something like that. So I think we were out of power for 3 days, maybe 4 days. It could have been a year. It might have been 36. I don't know. I don't keep track of time very well. It was a few days. And I didn't like it. That's all I can tell you. I think it was 3 days. If you wanted a new map, what would it be? I don't care as long as it's fun. As long as it's not like the carrier map. I don't know. I don't like the carrier, and I don't like Yamato. You know what? Actually, there is a map I would like to see. I want a kill house map. I want to see like a little square room with 2 beacons in it. And the beacons are right next to each other. And each team just has to spawn down on the beacons and fight at close range, right? All these robots just packed in this little sardine can of a room just to force to battle it out the second they drop in. That would be interesting. Nad's married to the game, guys. Well, congratulations. I hope you guys had a wonderful honeymoon. Yeah, like a little miniature kill house map would be sweet. There's no cover, nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. Just drop in, and as soon as you touch the ground, you're in the battle. Like when the game starts, you know, it'd say everybody would be standing there right next to each other, and it would say 3, 2, 1, and then it would just be like everybody shooting at each other. I would like that. Jonathan says, I can't quit because I've been playing for 7 years. It would be a waste of time. Yeah, I've been playing for 8 years now. 8 years. It's hard to walk away for something you've been playing for that long. It really is. As long as you're still enjoying the gameplay, though, I think you're doing okay, right? Even if you don't have the best stuff, if you don't have the latest and greatest, as long as you can still play and have fun, you're doing okay. That's my opinion. Yeah, a lot of people feel like they're being robbed from the rebalances. A lot of people do feel that way. Have I tried the Keel mothership? Yes. Is there something you want to know about it? I like it. It seems to do a lot of damage. It gravity amplifies people and it damages people, so it's pretty strong. If it does anything else, I don't remember. But you can hit people with a double crappity amplifier. Gravity craplifier, that's what I call it. Is it better than roulette? Ah, man, that's a hard question to ask. I feel like roulette's more of a defense, and the keel's more of an offense drone. So I guess it comes down, do you want more defense or do you want more offense? Nah, yes, there is a lot of ridiculousness that happens, I will say. There's a lot of things that I would like to see changed or done differently. So Red October thinks the rebalances are good for free-to-play people. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Thing is, you know, they're just going to come out with new stuff that's just as crazy, though, right? But some of the older robots and weapons that people may have getting buffed a little bit is kind of nice. Duck says, "Why play War Robots Frontiers when you can play Armored Core 6?" I don't know. I don't like Armored Core 6. I like absolutely nothing about that game. Now, Frontiers is something I would play more if there were actual real players playing it instead of bots. Yeah, Armored Core 6 is not my thing. Mech Warrior 5. Yeah, those games are too hard for me. I think you gotta press like 94 keys just to make the robot walk. Yeah, there is a lot of old robots and old weapons that are still good. You just have to have the right ones, I guess. I'm reading through some of the stuff. Jamel says it's actually one of the better mobile games. There's no other mobile games out there like this thing. There's really not. I've tried playing. There's no robot PC games that I like better than this. I mean, this is, in my opinion, this is way more fun than Frontiers. It's way better than Armored Core 6. The gameplay, the fun factor. I know not everybody likes the way they're running things, but the game itself has just been really, really fun. It does not feel like a mobile game. It feels more like a PC game to me. There's definitely a lot of things I wish they would do differently, but if you can get past that, it's a lot of fun. Tenga would like to see the Tehran get a range buff. I don't think they're ever going to buff the range on the Tehrans, actually. You know, those have been that way for years. Those are some of the original weapons. Those are actually... Tehran and Redeemers have been out since... Man. Probably before the Lancelot, I think. Noel says, when I see an older bot or older weapon on the red dudes, I don't kill them just out of respect. Well, that's nice of you. But if it's red, you got to get rid of it. Oh, yeah. You know, if you put that new quantum radar pilot that breaks shields on the Ophium, that's pretty crazy. Without that, it's pretty balanced in my opinion. But when you add that shield breaker pilot, oh yeah. Or not shield breaker, I'm sorry, the anti-stealth. I said the wrong thing, I apologize. There's so many things that go into stealth now, so yeah. Remember when shields were a thing? Then they started selling us shield breaker pilots. Now that stealth is a thing, they're trying to sell us anti-stealth pilots. I would like to see a damage buff on the Terrans, though. I don't think they're ever going to do a range buff, but I would love to see a damage buff. Jonathan thinks the most popular Easter egg in War Robots is the UFO. I don't know. I think there's a lot of people back there that probably don't even know that exists. Yeah, Nodens is great if you want to play a support role. Smileys, I don't know if Canyon is supposed to be Mars or not. I'm not really sure. Kyle, they actually did nerf the Mars turret recently. It's still pretty darn strong, isn't it? Noel is running the Sharanga with the Gargantua weapons. Oof. Yeah. If you can shoot a group of enemies with that, that'll do so much damage it won't even be funny. Hard to play, but yeah. Dangerous. Very, very dangerous. You think so TR thinks the Mars turret is stronger than the Sirius turret. I don't know. I don't think it is, but I guess you could test it. You could have a bot set there and you could throw each turret at it and see which one kills it faster. I'm pretty sure the Titan turret would do the most damage though. Smileys, I'm not sure how that's going to affect the Mars. He's going to have less shield, and I think he's going to be a little bit slower. I think he's still going to be good if you play him as like a turret attack bot and play from a distance. It's going to be interesting to see what that does to him. It could go either way. It still might be good or it might suck. I don't know. What's my opinion on the Typhon? I think it's actually a really good robot, but it's very squishy. So if you play it from long range, it can be very good. Or mid-range, I should say. 500 meters or further away, I think it does great up close, not so much. Monik, what's up, buddy? Will you get hit by the Huracan? No, I'm not going to get hit by it. I don't think. I hope not. It should be too far away from me. I'm not on the coast near the ocean, so it shouldn't affect us directly. I mean, we might get some like rain and stuff from it, but... Rate the Aether. You know, I'm not sure exactly what other people think of it at the moment, but I really like it, but only if I have the glaive and lance weapons on it. In my opinion, out of a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it an 8 if you put the right setup on it. Oh, Kyle wants to go into a custom game. Yeah, I don't really do too much custom gaming and stuff with viewers because I actually used to do that. And then next thing I know, like every single person on the stream was wanting to do it. And then people would just start sending me invites like crazy. And it got really disruptive and it was hard to do a live stream and stuff. So it started to become a really big problem. So I had to stop. For the most part, I had to stop playing with viewers because people got all kinds of crazy about it. I mean, some people would sit there and send me invites over, and I would say, stop, stop, stop. And they would send 30, 40 in a row with the same person. I mean, it's lousy what people do, but just like messaging, I had to turn messaging off on every major app so people can't contact me. Because there's a lot of crazy people out there that will ruin things for you. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, if everybody could just be like cool about stuff and be like normal, I don't know. But they can't, so it ruins things for everybody else, you know. Noel, have a great day. Catch you later. All right, so Shane says Lynx build or Nether build. Well, they're both getting nerfed pretty bad. I don't know if either one's going to be good after the nerf. So I would hold off on building either one of those right now. I mean, me personally, like as they are right now, I like the Lynx better myself, but somebody else may like the Nether because they're both excellent. I'm not super good with the Nether, but I'm pretty decent with the Lynx. Now, Avalanche, though, I don't think the Avalanche is a very good weapon myself. Will the Lynx come in the shop eventually, but I don't know when. More than likely. I'm not sure if it's going to be worth having though after the nerfs because they're really downgrading the Lynx and the Nether a lot on the next update. So Monk, you kind of gotta really pay attention to what they're changing and rebalancing. We won't know how bad it is or how good it is until the nerf goes live. Jamil says, Freedom Avalanche, not great, but flashy and fun. They are fun. They shoot fireworks, which is pretty cool. What's up, Tango? He says, Danny, did I miss something you were asking? What's up, buddy? Okay. All right. So he says Mars level 6. As of right now, very good. Leo level 6. Great for somebody who's starting out or in the lower leagues. Griffin. It's an okay lower league robot. And Strider. I've never been a big fan of Strider. It's kind of cool though, but... What league are you in, Tango? I wouldn't really put too many resources into most of those robots. Like, I might get them up to like level 6 or level 7 and then stop. Because a lot of those aren't going to be things you can play in Champion League later. Ashton says, what robot should you have for brawling in the higher leagues? Like, right now, I think Fenrir, Invader, Kepfree. Those are 3 really good brawlers. Are you talking about like up close brawling, like right in your face at close range? So if you're in gold or silver, you're probably going to start having a hard time with those pretty soon. I would definitely look at maybe trying to get some other better robots that do well in the higher leagues. All right, so okay, so of course, Lynx, Nether, and Angler are all excellent brawling robots, but they're about to get nerfed, so I don't know if I can suggest those or not. Invader, Fenrir, and what was the other one I said? Invader, Fenrir, Revenant, and oh my god, there's another one. I'm having a brain fart, guys. Kepri, those are all pretty good up close brawling robots right now. Skyros is a great beacon robot. Now, as of right now, those are excellent, but things do change. You never know if they're going to change any of those. I don't see any of those things getting nerfed anytime soon. I feel like those robots are pretty safe. I can't guarantee you that they're safe from being downgraded, but I think they're pretty safe at the moment. Harpy or Siren? Kyle, I think Harpy has more durability, but Siren has a little more firepower. I particularly prefer the Harpy for the extra durability. Now, if I were going to play a Siren, though, I would put all damage skills on it, and I would just set it up for pure damage. If I play the Harpy, I try and put a bunch of defense on it. And you're doing really good damage, you got good durability. I don't know, I like the Harpy myself. Oh yeah, Ravena. Ravena is a great brawler, but it's very, very, very hard to play because it's all about the timings of the abilities. I know a lot of people that get the Ravena and they can't figure it out, but if you can get good with the Ravena, it's an excellent brawler. Jamel, thanks, buddy. That bot's not for everybody, but man, it's a really good robot. What bots do I suggest for the Silver League? The same ones I would suggest for Champion League. Now, I don't know what you're able to get or what you have, so it's a little hard to tell you, but like I was saying, you want to focus on getting robots that do well in Champion League. You don't want to focus on robots that do well in Silver League. If you get Silver League robots, right? There's a lot of stuff that'll do well in the Silver League, but you're going to have to outgrow those and upgrade to something else eventually. So your goal should be getting robots that do well in any league. So if you can't play it in Champion, it's probably not going to be worth. You want to be able to play it in the higher leagues, right? Because eventually you're going to be moving up in leagues. It may be a short period of time or it may be really fast. I mean, it may take you a long time or it might take you really quick, but my two favorite robots currently are Fenrir and Invader. I love them both. They're probably not the best robots in the game, but those are my favorites. They're two of the best tanks in the game. TR, I haven't tried that on the Aether, but I bet those new weapons would be really good on there, yeah. Shane says, I like the Leo for a bit. The Leo is an amazing robot for a new player. I love the Leo, but it can no longer really hang in Champion, unfortunately. Shane, yeah, I mean, Behemoth with Redeemers or Decay is quite good. The only problem with Behemoth, though, is when you have shorter range weapons on it, it's very slow unless you put the other two weapons up. So I prefer my Behemoth to have longer range weapons. I like to have a good 500 or 600 meter range on the Behemoth because it's just so darn slow. And if you put the other weapons up, you lose a lot of your durability or defense or whatever. So Tenga, what game mode do you play the most? And do you want something that's going to be like, do you want to fight from long range? I mean, if you're going to build it in the workshop, if you're playing beacon games, I'm telling you, Skyros, Fenrir, Invader, Revenant, Ravena, Scorpion, Mars, maybe, Behemoth. Those are all excellent robots. Aston says 30 people watching. Cool, cool. Oh, did you post something there, Monk? Okay. All right, Loki level 5. Very cool little robot. Scorpion level 5. Very cool little robot. Mars level 7. Ares level 5. Orochi. I don't like the Orochi as much, okay? The Orochi's okay. Eventually, you're probably going to outgrow that one. But right now, Loki, Scorpion, and Mars can all be really good robots in Champion League. Loki is kind of just... I don't think the Loki is something I would want to have in my hanger all the time, but it's one of those things that I love to put in every once in a while and try to run around and get beacons. Aston, no, I don't have a Twitch, my friend. Twitch is kind of a crazy place. Twitch doesn't really... I feel like Twitch kind of beats up their streamers, so... I don't think they treat their streamers right over on Twitch. I'm never going to join it because... it's not cool what they do, the rules, the regulations over there. They're pretty nasty, their people. Right now, it seems like Twitch is trying to see how much they can take away from their streamers. How little they can, like, give them. How far they can push them. I feel like Twitch is slowly killing itself, honestly. But Twitch is not something, there's been a lot of people who have tried to start War Robots channels on Twitch and never got any traction. So this game doesn't seem to do well on Twitch. So that's the other problem with it. Alright guys, so I gotta get going here in a couple of minutes. Our stream time is about over. I stayed a little longer because I started the stream late, so. But I gotta get off here and get some stuff to do pretty soon. But remember, I try to go through all my comments every day. I know I don't always see all of them. I probably miss some. But even on regular videos, if you guys ask questions, I try to go through the comments every day and answer as many of the questions I get as I possibly can. So just remember, you don't always have to wait for the Q&A stream to ask me a question. I mean, YouTube's not great with notifications. I mean, sometimes I have several hundred comments that come in a day, so I do miss some. It's almost impossible to find them all, but... bots for free-for-all. Right now, I would say the Lynx and the Angler and the Nether are some of the best. Ravena is really good at free-for-all. Fenrir and Invader are very good at free-for-all. I think one of the best free-for-all Titans is actually Aether with the Lands and Glaives or the Rook. What else do I like in free-for-all right now? Sometimes Harpy can be pretty good in free-for-all. Not always, but sometimes it does excellent. Scorpion can be a great little assassin for free-for-all. There's a lot of stuff that if you're really good with it that can do well, but there's other robots that some of those robots take a lot of skill to play, I think. There's the certain robots that almost anybody can play, and then there's other ones that really rely on like timing everything perfectly. Those ones are harder to play. Ashton, yeah, thanks, buddy. Awesome to have you here. It was definitely fun. TR, thanks, bud. Mitos, you're welcome, man. Oh yeah, Indra is an amazing FFA bot. Luchador can be very good in FFA. I get more kills than any Titan with the Lance Glaive Aether in free-for-all, though. At least last time I played it, I mean, sometimes I was racking up over 15 kills in the free-for-all just with that robot. I should say just with that Titan. Like, sometimes I would bring that Titan out as my second robot. I would charge them up really fast. And I would just bring them out and I would just pick everybody off until they dropped their Titans and took me out. But yeah, I've gotten over 15 kills with just him before. So it's a crazy good robot. Crazy good Titan. It's a very good Titan, I should say. Tango, what's up, buddy? He says, my game ID is something or the other. Why are you giving me that, my friend? Oh, he wants to know if we can play a match together. I can't right now, buddy. I probably won't be back on the game till like 7 o'clock tonight to try and record some game footage to play. I got a million things I got to do get done today, so right now it's about 1:30, so I won't have time to get back on till later. I got to finish all my stuff for the day. Yeah, it's 1:30 p.m. here. Kyle says, Tango, let's play. But most of the time, you know, I get on for 2 to 3 hours. I'm busy trying to record game footage and stuff like that, but Shane, you're welcome, buddy. I used to have time to play a little more during the day, but now I got to use my War Robots time very wisely. Nad says 10:30. Man, you're earlier than me. You're earlier than me. But guys, I got to get going, so thank you all so much for being here. You guys are amazing. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate all you guys supporting the channel, watching the videos, coming out to the streams. I really appreciate support. Anybody who's a channel member, extra thank you. Anybody who is a moderator, extra thank you. You guys are awesome. But I got to go, so I'll be back on Thursday for another live stream and on Saturday. Hope to see you guys there. Have a great day. See you later.